Right now on WHAS11 News at noon, we are talking about some approaching showers and rumbles of thunder. I'm going to be talking more about how long this rainfall is going to be impacting our Monday. The full forecast right ahead.
A morning house fire, now police investigation after a man is found dead inside of a burning home. What we know about the victim. And the final medical marijuana lottery is just hours away. Why some say the process is flawed. Thanks for joining us here at noon on your Monday. I'm Brooke Cash, joined by meteorologist Sam Gabrielli. We have some low-hanging cloud cover across Kentucky and starting on Erie Monday.
That's right. In fact, just some downright showers going on too, Brooke. You know, look to the north. We have a good little swath of showers and thunderstorms. Some lightning being detected with these cells north of Madison. I do think to the north, that's where the better chances for a couple of lightning strikes here and a couple of claps of thunder. But regardless, here in Louisville and mainly sticking just to our west, we do have some steady rainfall coming down early on around the noon hour today. And towards West Louisville, the Portland neighborhood, pretty soon we're going to be watching the first couple of bands of showers with round 2 moving through today. Corridon towards Palmyra and right along U.S. Highway 150 all the way towards Tell City. We're continuing to see the steady rainfall, but the heaviest rain right now appears to be up to the north, from North Vernon to Seymour, Brownstown, right along I-65 north of the city. And again, some decent rainfall and some lightning possible with some of these cells. Down to the south, a little bit lesser when it comes to our rainfall chances, but still picking up some decent showers from Irvington towards Hardinsburg and back towards Breckenridge and Grayson counties. So here's a quick look at Futurecast as you plan out the remainder of your day. Notice beyond the lunch hour, we're still going to be dealing with this pesky line of showers moving through. So basically from now until about 3 p.m., the line of rainfall is going to be impacting much of Kentuckiana. By about 4 or 5 p.m., the main line will be gone. We may see some redevelopment of a couple more additional thunderstorms, mainly west of Louisville around 6 or 7 p.m. today, but it'll be very weak and pass through pretty quickly, and all of us will be drying out by about 10 p.m. Brooke, I'm actually talking about rounds of sun tomorrow. Some much needed sunshine as we haven't seen it in a few days. The full forecast coming up.
Thank you so much, Sam. We do begin with a developing story. A house fire in the Beachmont neighborhood led to the recovery of a man who'd been shot dead inside that home. Louisville firefighters responded to the flames around 8 this morning at a home off Bicknell Avenue. What began as a rescue effort ended in a death investigation after crews found a man with a gunshot wound inside.
You know, when we go in, all we're worried about is victims and extinguishment. They did come across the one victim right away and got him out just in case there was any chance of survivability, but unfortunately there was not.
It took crews about 30 minutes to bring that fire under control. The victim was found just inside the door. We don't know his identity and no word on anyone else who may have been in that home at the time. The LMPD homicide unit is working with Metro Arson in that investigation. The final medical marijuana lottery for Kentucky happens in the next 2 hours, which means by the end of the day, we'll know where cannabis can be sold in the state's 20 remaining counties, including Jefferson and Fayette. Our Alexander Goldberg and photojournalist Aspen Hester spoke to a local business owner who realizes the chances of being chosen are slim.
Hello. Hello. What can I get for you today?
502 Hemp in Douglas Hills is crossing its fingers.
Pineapple Express? Yeah.
On Monday, the shop's owner, Dee Dee Taylor, will find out if she gets selected in the final lottery for a medical cannabis license.
Even if I don't get it, I can at least say that I tried.
Kentucky is distributing 2 dispensary licenses for medical marijuana in Jefferson County.
Every day I have people come into the store asking if we are going to be a part of it. And I said, well, we're going to try, but it's a lottery. And they're all like, it shouldn't be a lottery. You should already have one. I'm like, well, I'm not the powers that be.
The odds for these businesses are slim. Governor Andy Beshear said in October that over 4,000 businesses applied for a license across the state, but only 48 will be selected.
There's just a lot of competition and a lot of big money came into the state, and there's a lot of applications to go up against. I mean, I have one in the mix for Jefferson County, so
It can help with inflammation, it can help with anxiety.
Taylor's shop sells hemp products that fall under the legal limit of THC. It's different from medical marijuana that will become legal on January 1st, and it will require customers to qualify for a medical card.
We are excited to start working with those dispensaries to see what type of products they're going to offer.
Jeremy Hazley is an anesthesiologist, and for the past month, he's seen patients at the Kentucky Medical Marijuana Center in downtown Louisville. Patients who are trying to get the medical certification.
The overarching goal is to, provide patients with another avenue to treat these conditions that don't necessarily include high-dose opioids and things like that.
Physicians looking towards another road to relief, and businesses like 502 Hemp and thousands others hoping they can be a part of it. In Louisville, Alexandra Goldberg, WHAS 11 on your side.
Governor Andy Beshear will oversee this afternoon's lottery drawing. It starts at 2 o'clock at the Kentucky Lottery office in downtown Louisville. Well, dozens of businesses have already been approved to sell medical marijuana in the Commonwealth. The state has also chosen cannabis cultivators and processors. And we have a map showing all of the lottery picks on our website. Just head to WHAS11.com. The trial for the former Jeffersonville daycare worker is expected to wrap up this week. That's 35-year-old Brittany Baylor, who's accused of neglecting a child, leading to their death. The incident happened in 2022 after an infant who was in her care died from a head injury. Testimony began last week, and the jury has already heard from a forensic doctor at Norton Children's Hospital. It's unclear who will testify today, but we are told the medical examiner will take the stand tomorrow. The Department of Justice will hold a virtual town hall today to answer your questions about Louisville's new consent decree. LMPD and the city officially agreed to federal oversight Thursday by signing the 242-page consent decree. Under that agreement, Metro Police and the city will enhance accountability for officers' use of force with increased data collection and reviews. The DOJ began investigating the department back in April of 2021. It released its findings in March of last year. Since then, federal officials have held community meetings to hear from those impacted. Tonight's town hall begins at 7:30. Today, Raul Cunningham, the president of Louisville's NAACP chapter, will lead his final meeting. He's been in charge of the local branch now for more than 2 decades and announced his retirement in October. Cunningham says he will remain on the organization's national board of directors. During tonight's meeting, Raymond Burse will be sworn in as the new president. He is currently the VP, and Dr. Rick W. Smith Sr. will take over Burse's position. The meeting begins at 6 and is open to the public. The Office for Safe and Healthy Neighborhoods and Louisville's Department of Health and Wellness is hosting a one-day citywide gun violence reduction summit. It's going on right now, and it is the second of its kind after the inaugural summit last year, where Mayor Craig Greenberg laid out several ideas to curb the violence. That included state lawmakers giving the city the autonomy to create its own gun laws and preventing firearms used in crimes from being auctioned off to retailers. Today's summit goes until 5 o'clock at the Louisville Marriott East in Jeffersontown. The Cats came out on top in the weekend's Battle of the Bluegrass, pitted against U of L. The Cats won 93-85. Kentucky guard Lamont Butler put up 33 points, leading the Wildcats through a tough matchup after missing their last 2 games. And new here at noon, a gold nugget that could be worth an estimated $50,000. It was dropped off inside a Red Kettle bucket outside of a Southern Indiana Kroger over the weekend. The Salvation Army of Southern Indiana bell ringing team was posted up outside that Kroger store located at the New Albany Plaza for the annual National Commanders Red Kettle Challenge Saturday. Dozens of Salvation Army teams across the country competed to raise $2 million in just 4 hours. The generous gift may be just enough to put the New Albany team in the running for the winning competition this year. That gold nugget came with a note saying it was purchased at a gem and mineral show in Tucson, Arizona, and originally came from Australia. Pretty cool there. Still ahead, the department